Uh, my first job is to clarify my statement at the beginning of this. I'm not like other YouTubers. My job is to warn you if I feel something bad, if I feel something good, I should warn you. So that is why I'm saying this, which I believe nobody is going to do, and I shouldn't do it. But I'm saying that because I'm not interested for your loss. I'm more interested about your profit. So here is my statement. I believe I repeat, I believe today's morning session is gonna be the worst session ever. So I will try to stay until the PM session. So it's gonna be a long stream because I'm expecting the good price action or the good setup is going to form around the PM session. So I would love to repeat it one more time because later people will come and they will say, oh, blah, 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 blah. I don't like it. I believe this morning session is gonna be very bad, very tough price action. Most probably it's gonna be second destroy mode, most probably, and I'm expecting the PM session is gonna be so beautiful. So I'll try to stay until the PM session so that I can find the best setup around the PM session. But at the same time, around the morning session, if I see that price action is good, there is some good setup, best setup, I'll of course we'll talk about that. Okay. So good morning, folks. After a long weekend, I hope everyone is cool and you guys can hear me. Just let me know if you can hear me and just good morning. Okay, the greetings. How are you all? Good morning, GN Construction, Kuva, GN RS, Ford. Good morning, guys. Thank you, Tamimi, for saying that loud and clear. And Tamimi, can you please confirm that the Apex 80% discount is still here or not? Because I just put it, I don't know the offer is still valid or not. Please let me know. It's valid. Uh, yes, it's there. Okay, thank you. Thank you, brother. Yeah, so Apex has 80% discount still. That's good. Okay, thank you. Thank you, Uchuk. So thank you guys for saying that all is good. And I would love to know who else is here. I can see some of your name, but I also see that 47 people are watching right now. I need to know who are there, who are here. Okay, so please write down something so that I can know this is the guy who is staying here. I feel the same way, brother. To be honest with you, I'm afraid to take any trades this morning. Yeah, so even my job, as I told when I started, I mean, I'm not like other YouTuber, okay? So I'm not here to get some views or something like that. My job is to warn you, so I have warned you. That is my belief. I'm expecting this is gonna be a bad price action. But of course, it's your decision. If you think it's good, take the entry. I don't have any problem. You also don't have any problem. I feel like it's gonna be a tough session. The PM session is going to be so beautiful, in my opinion. Okay, Kuba is here. Jian is here. Marquis is here. I'm always here. Thank you, brother. I live here. Thank you, Marquis, brother. Sharada, hey, brother. How are you? Hey, Jaka. Good morning. Utshuk. Good morning, brother. Isfak, brother. Miss you too, guys. I'm in Portugal. A bit busy, but to be honest, I didn't have any opportunity to contact with you guys, so I was outside of the social media actually. Hey, Danichi. Good morning. Danichi, be careful, brother, around this morning session, please. Hey, Seth Hunter, good morning. Timur, good morning, brother. Uh, Teno Bruten, Bruteoni, Bruteoni, okay, Bruteoni. I think it's right. 8432. Good morning, brother. Don't you, why do you think will be a tough session? Of course, I'll talk about that, brother. Just give me a bit time. I'll talk about that. I'm saying this, and I always explain why I'm thinking like that way, right? I always explain that. So just give me a time. I'll talk about that. Okay, 54 people actually joined. Let's talk about the price action. Hey, Jinshit. This is the calendar. You can see forexfactory.com/calendar. I love to use this Forex Factory calendar. You can use any other calendar if you want. I just love to use this calendar. And in this calendar, I just modified only the orange folder news and the red folder news. So the normal news like low impact news, they're not going to show over here. So you can see that on Monday, which is today, we don't have any news. Thursday, no news. Friday, no news. Wednesday, we have the FOMC. So of course, all of you know. Okay, let me repeat one more time. Wednesday, the best area to trade is 7 a.m. Actually, from 7 a.m. New York local time to until 8:29 a.m. New York local time. That should be the best area to trade as we have the FOMC conference on Wednesday. So the next trade has to be after 8:30. Okay, the whole morning session, no trade, no pushing button, nothing. It is gonna be so beautiful. I don't give a shit. It's gonna be so rough, so tough price action around the morning session. I'm very happy to see that. But no trade should be placed on Wednesday morning session or the AM session. You can trade around the London session, no problem. But best area to trade 7 a.m. to 8:30 a.m. New York local time. That should be the best area to trade on Wednesday. And after that, you can push your button again after 2:30 p.m. Okay, so that means the 2 p.m. news will give you the fake move, 2:30 p.m. will give you the real move. So after 2:30 p.m., whenever you'll get a good opportunity, you will go for that trade. But in between 8:30 to 2:30, 8:30 a.m. to 2:30 p.m., no trade should be done. I really I believe that nobody give a shit about this because everyone needs to push the button. But that is the rule. You should not violate. The reason is FOMC makes the liquidity by the AM session. Sometimes it's really so beautiful. Most of the time, like 80-90% of the time, excuse me, 80-90% of the time the morning session is gonna be so rough and tough price action. So most of the time it's consolidation and the liquidity making session for the FOMC. So please be careful about that. Also, you have to look for the Wednesday if there is any earning news after 4 p.m. So if there is any earning news like maybe Tesla earning or maybe Microsoft earning, any kind of earning news, okay, which can impact on this market. If you have those type of news after the closing, that means after 4 p.m., then you have only opportunity to trade 7 to 8:30. That is the only opportunity. If you have the earning news, if you don't have the earning news, then after 8:30 you can re-enter into the market after 2:30 p.m. That is the rules. Don't violate it. In a long run you will be benefited. Trust me, brother. Without rules, this market is untradable. You can't trade this market without rules. You can do it. Sometimes you will gamble and you will get profit. Most of the time you'll lose more money, okay, because profit doesn't have the limit, but stop loss has the limit, right? 2000, you're gone. Maybe 5000, you're gone. You what is, I mean, the blow your account. So please be careful about your stop loss. So that is the all. So today we don't have any news. Tomorrow we have a medium impact news. In my opinion, this news doesn't have any relationship with the NQ market. So in my opinion, tomorrow also we don't have any news. This whole week we have only Wednesday, which is gonna be so beautiful in my opinion. If we don't have the earning news, okay, I really don't know we have the earning news or not. If we don't have the earning news, then this Wednesday is gonna be so beautiful. The whole week, this is the only day where I'm expecting the best price action. Now this is the what is, I mean, the Nasdaq NQZ 2025. This is the weekly chart. So if you guys remember, that was minus 2.5 standard deviation. It came exactly 2.5 standard deviation, then rejected from there, used this bullish fair value gap from the weekly chart. The weekly bullish fair value gap constant crossment has been respected. Then this market is going higher. I told last Friday, if the daily candle close above the minus 2.5 standard deviation, I'll look for the next standard deviation. So here I have marked the minus 2 point minus 1.5 standard deviation. I am bullish until this line, at least until this line. If it is broken, then I'll look for the minus 2.5 standard deviation. At the same time, I would love to warn you guys, because this market is a bubble. Okay, it's kind of a bubble. Try to understand the fact. Right now, the world situation in USA, they have a lot of debt. Okay, like the world is not stable, but still this market is going higher, gold is going higher, everything is going higher. Why it is doing that? It's called the bubble. Bubble means people actually bring the market too high, okay, and everyone start to think that okay, it's going to the moon, so take the buy, take the buy, take the buy, and then this market crash. I'm expecting that crash very soon. I'm just not sure. I think we will look for that after we will get it, okay, very soon, within this year in 2026 we'll get that crash. And this crash is going to break the economy, I believe so. This is my experience according to the price action before. All depending on all of this situation, I'm thinking like why this market is going higher, where there is debt, there is like not that much stably, what to say, I mean, stable situation, but still this market is going higher, right? It's kind of you are just binding a a ladder on the top of another, on the top of another, on the top of another, like this way. How far you can do that? After a certain period of time it will collapse. It is seems like that way. But right now, according to the price action, I'm more interested to look for minus 1.5 standard deviation. This is that line. So I'm more interested to see this market will come here to minus 1.5 standard deviation. Then we'll look for the next standard deviation level or reversal, whatever it is. I'll look for that later. But right now, from the weekly chart, I'm extremely bullish. This is the daily chart, and I have used this minus 1.5 standard deviation from body to body, which is here to here. This is the body to body. You can see this is minus 1.5 standard deviation. This is minus 2.5. I didn't mark it yet, so just minus 1.5 standard deviation is over here. You can see this is an extremely bullish market, so rejected from that 50% of that weekly bullish fair value gap, and then it is going higher. And now look at last candles. Okay, 1 2 candle after the rejection from that area or from this volume imbalance, it has been rejected from there, opened over here. So Friday market closed here, today's market opened here above 214 handle. Now at the beginning I told that today's morning session is going to be very difficult for me to trade. Why I called it? If you are a trader which is support and resistance trader, of course you would see that this is a very nice support and this market is actually extremely bullish. So people who actually going to come here on Monday and they're interested to trade here, they are seeing clearly seeing this is the bullish market. So when this is a bullish market and market opened up or gapped up, this is gapped up, so it opened here, now it is going higher. At the morning session, everyone will chase the market that this market is going higher. I believe that at the morning session it will be a bit consolidation or a bit bearish, then PM session it will start to go higher. So those people who are going to chase the market here, they're going to get stopped out first and then it will go higher or it will go toward that line. I'm expecting like that way. So this morning session, when it closed here on Friday, opened here around Sunday, have a 200 plus handle gap up, those people who are interested to chase this market, they should get stopped out first. That is why I'm expecting it's gonna be either it's gonna be a consolidation mode, seek and destroy mode, or it's gonna be a bearish mode at the beginning and then it will start to go higher. So that is why I told that this morning session is gonna be difficult for me to trade. It is in deep premium. Taking buy in these high prices is absolutely no logic. I don't see any logic over there. That is why I'm saying it's gonna be a difficult situation around this morning session. From the hourly chart, all you can see, market just opened here, a sideways candle, 1 2 3 4, almost 4 hours it was sideways. Then fifth number hour went higher. This is a gap. Market didn't even touch this gap, extremely bullish. Now it is trading with this bullish fair value gap. So here my interest to see from the hourly chart, my interested to see that I'm interested to see that this gap will work as an inverse gap. That means this market will, it can go one more time higher. I mean, it can come around this area one more time, there is nothing wrong, but finally it will close below this gap, trade this gap, and it will come at least to this gap, which is the last gap. It should come around here or maybe to the volume imbalance or the weekly gap. This is a gap where there is no buy, no sell, nothing. Okay, it's a liquidity void. That means if you see that high to that low in this area or in this zone, there is nothing, simply nothing. This is a real liquidity void. So I'm more interested to see if it can fall actually for this area, but prematurely for this area. Okay, so around the morning session I'm more interested to see it will fall, but I'm saying that it doesn't need to fall. It can simply do the consolidation for the rest of the morning session. It can do that to stop out all the people. So what do I mean by that? That means when it will fall a bit, people will take buy here. They would love to buy around the low price. They will buy here, market will stop them out. Then when they got stopped out, they will try to take the sell because of this liquidity void, and then they will get stopped out again. They will try to chase the market and this market will stop them out again. After all of them stopped out, this market will keep going higher. It is also possible, and this is going to work as a breakaway gap, or this gap is also going to work as a breakaway gap. That means if it is not filled or it is not touched, this market is extremely bullish for the next level. So anything can happen this morning session. you have to let the market decide what it wants to do at first. Does it want to come for this liquidity void area, or does it would love to leave this area as a liquidity void or as a breakaway gap? Not liquidity void, my mistake. Does it want to leave this area as a breakaway gap? That means I'm extremely bullish, I don't have the time to touch this area. Instead of that, I would love to go higher first. Wherever I'm feeling good, I'll come here and then I will come back again for this liquidity void or something like that. Okay, so that is why I'm expecting this morning session is gonna be very difficult to trade, but at the same time it can be so beautiful, so beautiful, so fascinating. So just looking like wow, okay, it can be happen like that way. I'm expecting it's gonna be bad, but it can be beautiful. But so far I am not interested to frame any trade, to frame any bias, to frame any kind of expectation from the market. Instead of that, I will let the market decide what it wants to do at first. When it will be decided that I would love to go higher or I would love to fall, then maybe I'll try to connect with the market. And I'm believing that it's gonna happen around the PM session, not around the AM session. That is why I told that I would love to come back again around the PM session, or maybe I'll continue this stream until the PM session. So if I don't get any good opportunity around the AM session, I believe I'll get an opportunity around the PM session. This is the 15-minute chart, and from the 15-minute chart you can see some sell side liquidity market left over here around to this area, some sell side liquidity. Okay, so market opened here, trade the new week opening gap just a bit, and then went higher, leave this all of this gap open around here, trade this higher gap, went higher, come back again, took the liquidity. This is the low has been cleared, or maybe this low has been cleared, trade this bullish parabolic gap or the order block, whatever you say, has been traded. Then market went higher. Now market is around this area. I'm more interested to see this market will come for fall for all of these lows it left over here, like no buy side liquidity, no sell side liquidity except this one. All time high is a buy side liquidity. This is the relatively equal lows as well as this volume imbalance. So I'm more interested to see if it can fall and come for the sell side liquidity. More importantly, this real liquidity void. Again, it can be so much consolidation and then it can start to go higher. We will have I will have to wait for the market to decide what it wants to do. But as a like if you ask me to predict what you are predicting, is it bullish? No, I'm not predicting the bullish. I'm more interested to see a fall. At least this low should be taken, these lows should be taken, these gaps should be traded. Okay, so which is from the hourly chart you have seen the like the didn't touch the gap, the breakaway gap I called. So that is my expectation. I'm more interested to see it's going to trade this that area, at least that area. I'm interested to see that, but that is not my bias. I'm not bearish, I'm not bullish. I will let the market decide what it wants to do. After this market decided, okay, I would love to fall, then maybe I'll try to enter into this market. Maybe it's gonna be a late entry, but of course I have nothing, no other way, right? So there is nothing, no important news, there is no important things is going to happen later on this day or maybe tomorrow, nothing. So this market can simply wait for the FOMC. It is also possible, or it can simply keep going higher. It doesn't need to retrace the area I'm expecting it should retrace. Okay, it doesn't need to do that. So depending on all of this situation, I hope that you guys got my point. I am in a no man's land. Okay, this is the area where I don't know, okay, which is the way I should go. I don't know. I need a compass first. So I think like I have to wait until the sunset or the sunrise so that I can understand that okay, this is the east, this is the west. So the sun has rises on the east. So I think I have to go for the west and this is my side. Something like that. Okay. I need some kind of sign that will tell me, okay, go that way. Right now, this is the night sky. Okay, like I don't know where I should go. I hope that it's clear to you guys, but if you still have some confusion or the any kind of question, you can ask me, guys. uh, 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 no, no TGIF, brother. I think the TGIF is done, so far I remember. Is it not done? TGF is not done. I mean, the way this market opened, I don't think so. It's gonna finish the TGIF the way it has opened. Good morning, Jamie. Archana, very clear to you. Thank you. You're most welcome. My question is, which standard deviation is to take now because market created a new lower low? Yes, of course. That's the standard deviation I took, right? Low, high, lower low. So this body to that body, body to body, here to here, low, high, lower low. This is the only area I can look for the standard deviation. This body, the lowest body to the highest body. Not the bear candle, not the bull candle. Lowest body, highest body, body to body. Minus 1.5, minus 2.5. Then you have to go for the week to week if it went through all of them. I would like to know if price makes equal highs, does it mean it has taken the liquidity? If it makes the equal highs, that means it has built the liquidity, sister. Engineered the liquidity. For example, like look all of these highs, they have engineered the liquidity. This is the liquidity engineered. If the body close above those highs, then the liquidity is taken. It didn't make it didn't engineer the liquidity, but there is a week above that week means it has engineered the liquidity. I call it obvious liquidity. That means it's an unfinished business. Market will fall first, do its job first, then it will go for that equal highs to take clear them, or obvious liquidity to be cleared. Absolutely. But you can't drag the market depending on 1 minute liquidity. That means if this liquidity has been built by 1 minute chart, you can't give them the priority. For example, here this is the buy sell liquidity. Okay, you are thinking this is the obvious liquidity and market is going to come back again over here. Okay, you are thinking like that way. This liquidity is built from 1 minute chart, and then you have seen that this market came here around this area. Now you can't think that it is coming back for this liquidity because this is from 1 minute chart. 1 minute liquidity doesn't have the power to grab the market from there to there. It doesn't have. But if this liquidity is from 50-minute chart or at least hourly chart, there is a possibility that it will go after fall. It will come back again for that liquidity because 15-hour chart and 4-hour chart is inside the 1 day candle. Okay, the daily candle inside that daily candle, and they're much more powerful rather than the 1 minute chart because 1 minute is the lowest time frame in the minute chart. That is the lowest time frame. Okay, so that is why you can't think about like that way, that this obvious liquidity has been left from 1 minute chart, so it will come back again to take that liquidity from 1 minute chart. But if they're the obvious liquidity is from 50-minute chart, they're so is so powerful. So we'll wait for 9:30 to see if it can provide us anything. Okay. If I find something good around this AM session, then I will not continue until the PM session. But if really I don't find anything around this AM session, then I will continue. Or I mean, I'll just grab this market or this live streaming until the PM session. Yes, please don't forget to push the like button. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel if you are new. At the same time, Apex has 80% discount with 1 day to pass, $85 lifetime activation fees. Any of you interested about that, please make sure that you have used the code T2T. It's a great opportunity actually. If you go slowly, if you don't feel like in rush, I have to make the money, I have to get the money from trading. If you don't feel rush, I promise you, brother, you will make money. Those people who are in rush, that I have passed a funded account, now I have to make the money within 1 week, within 5 days. Maybe luckily they will make some money by 1 or 2 times. Most of the time they will lose more money and lose more accounts. The more rush you will do, the less money will come to you, the less money will follow you. Hey Devin, good morning, brother. I think you have watched all of the videos from the YouTube channel because you are keep commenting over there. What did you find? I mean, give me a overall feedback, brother. How do you feel after watching those videos? Just overall feedback. Mahadi, before market open, kindly smash the like button and hit the subscribe on the channel to show your appreciation. Thank you so much, brother. Take it into account on Wednesday we have FOMC. Are you saying this to me? Okay, to all. I'm cool, Aziz. How are you, brother? 1 minute to go before the market open. After the market open, we'll try to find something. Okay. I repeat one more time, guys. Please don't force the market around this AM session. I believe this is gonna be a seek and destroy mode. Of course, if it is good, we'll try to catch that run, but don't force the market. Doing fine, thanks. You're most welcome, brother. Okay, this is 9:30 open. I think it's not highly volatile candle. Let me check how many handles is it. Okay, just 43 handle candle. Not bad. I'm just not marking the opening gap. The opening gap is going to be 1000 handle gap, something like that. Okay, it's a big opening gap, that's why I didn't mark the opening gap. But if anyone interested, you can mark the opening gap as well. Like, look over here, this market opened here, closed here, opened here, started to go higher. Don't you think that everyone is going to take the buy over here? If you are here, what did you think? Wow, this is a bullish market. Market gapped up here, went higher. Gapped up here, went higher. So I don't think so. This is a good idea to take the buy in this situation. It's in deep premium. Should wait for the signature. Love to see that if it respect this gap and validate this order block or not. Because if it validate this order block, then there is a possibility to take a buy until any of this quadrant level from the order block. I just don't believe in this fair value gap, because this fair value gap can be broken and can use as a reversal gap or the inverse gap. So I need some kind of confirmation to think about a buy. If I want to frame any buy over here, then I have to wait for the order block confirmation. That is why I would love to wait here to see if it can really respect that gap and start to go higher. Otherwise, if it close below this line, I would love to try to take a sell from this lower quadrant until this sell side liquidity. From this lower quadrant, not for, okay, that one. Something like this. If you look for the 22 IT model, this is the best 22 IT model so far. Okay, to be honest, this is the one of the best 22 IT model around this area. There is a market structure shift here, entry fair value gap, breakaway gap. Let me mark it. But I don't think so it's possible to take this trade. Okay, if you think it's possible, then you can try. I don't think so it's possible to take this trade. The liquidity taken here. So far I have this one gap only. Here, this is the breakaway gap, and the entry gap. Wherever the entry gap is going to be. Yeah, that's a good idea. I think this is going to be the first trade. Wherever, okay, the it came to this breakaway gap, you have to take the entry over here because you don't have the entry gap around this area. That's not the breakaway gap, that is the only gap. You have to take the entry from this gap because you don't have the breakaway gap. You know that if it has built the entry gap, then you could take the entry from this entry gap, but as you don't have that, you have to take the entry over here from this gap. And do that here. Target should be until here after clearing some partial around 20 handle. Yeah, this is gonna be the first trade for today. So I wish it will work. That should be the entry. This setup is so beautiful. Okay, this 22 YT model is so beautiful. Let's see if it works now. I don't want to see this market will actually go above the lower quadrant of this opening gap. I like first presented gap. I don't want to see any body will go or close above this lower quadrant level. In this type of situation, I can simply put my stop loss around here, around there, but there is a possibility weak will did the damage. That's why I'll just put it a bit above around 20 handle. Work. We'll try to take a re-entry. If it close below this gap, we'll try to take re-entry around this. This setup is so beautiful. Okay, there is nothing to worry about this setup. It has cleared all the buy side liquidity, gave the market structure shift. Fair value gap is here. If it really doesn't want to go higher, then it should work from this setup. Just to watch if it can provide one more opportunity when it will close below this gap. Without taking this high, if it go one tick below this gap one more time, I'll try to take that re-entry over there. I've seen that, Marquis, but I also have seen that the body has closed below the constant crossment of that hourly bullish parallel gap. That was the theme I was expecting. This will keep falling, and I still am expecting like that way. Let's see if it can provide the entry from this gap, or it would love to tap to the standard deviation and then would love to fall. I don't want to see it will tap to this standard deviation, then it would love to fall. I don't want to see that. That should be the entry over here, and that is going to be the partial. This could be the target, or you can keep your target a bit lower until here, this midnight open. You can do that. I'm not interested to put my stop loss much more higher because it has left the relatively equal highs. If it doesn't want to go for that relatively equal highs, either way I'll put my stop loss, I'll get stopped out. I don't want to do that. I'll just would love to cover the quadrant level of the opening gap for at least this partial, and then the target can be until that area. It is also possible. The same thing happened here. First it went higher, people started to chase this market, they took the buy. And then when it started to fall, they interested to look for the sell, they got stopped out again. Now when it is going to fall again, nobody is interested to take that sell because it's going to be the second destroy. They're thinking, okay, it's gonna be the second destroy mode, so I'm not interested to take the sell. And I believe that this market will fall now. I've just covered the quadrant, upper quadrant level of that first presented gap. So if it would love to fall, it should fall from that upper quadrant, maximum of upper quadrant level. Then it should keep falling. If it doesn't do that, would love to keep going for that clean highs, and then for this standard deviation, I don't see any logic to, okay, I got stopped out here. I don't see any logic to keep it until that area. This upper quadrant is still holding the market. We did the damage, but it is still holding the market. Whether if anyone is thinking about the buy, please go for that. I know that why I'm getting stopped out here around this area, because my stop loss is not going to cover the high, the liquidity taken high. I'm not able to cover that high. That is why I'm trying to put my stop loss like the minimum area is above this candle that has built this gap, above that candle, 2 tick above that candle. It is also not possible for me. The reason is that I mean the volatility. Would have to take some risk around here to see that if it can work like that way or not. I'm still not thinking about the bull run or something like that. I'm thinking that it's going to fall. At the same time, it can be seek and destroy. The whole morning session can do seek and destroy. So you have two opportunities: either let this go or try to take the sell. Don't try to take the buy. That's all. This is going to be the last opportunity for me, for I think for this morning session, because as I told at the beginning, it can be a very bad price action in this morning session. It can be a very deep, I mean, nasty price action. We can wait until for the PM session, but if I would love to trade, I have to look for some kind of selling opportunity. So here I have this 22 YT model where market has cleared the buy side liquidity, gave me the perfect market structure shape. The volatility is a bit higher. I can't put my stop loss here, can't do that. So I'm trying to look for the stop loss in the most logical level below this area, which is at least above this line, which is also too big for me. From this gap, trying to catch the first presented gap high upper quadrant level, and this time I'm trying to take the entry from the order block. So from the order block, this is the last opportunity. If it doesn't work from here, this whole morning session is gonna be disaster for me. So it should work from this order block in my opinion. If it doesn't work this morning session, there will be no other opportunity. My stop loss just bit above of the order block, so you can see here this is the order block. Just to tick above this order block, consecutive order block, I'd love to believe the consecutive order block high. This two candle is the consecutive order block, so I just put it a bit above the order block line here. So one candle has closed above this min threshold, it has to close below the min threshold, otherwise I have to I have to think about trailing stop loss as the first time I'll get the opportunity if it doesn't close below the min threshold. Last opportunity for this morning session. If the order block failed, the whole morning session can be secondary destroyed. All of this area, whatever I have marked, nothing is working, holding the market for the secondary destroy. If you want to trade this seek and destroy mode, I have already talked about this inside my members only live. Please watch the last stream and then watch it how to, if you expect this is gonna happen around the morning session, if you expect that, okay, that the way I told you at the beginning, then I have talked about how to trade this session, I mean this area, in my live members only live. You can check this out, brother Marquis. My last live, you can see it's over there. And about the over trade, Sresh Sharma, I always try to trade maximum 3 trade, where I actually pushed 2 times button here in my live account. It's not the live account by the way, but I pushed my trade in the live account for 3 micro contract. Both of that area I got stopped out, but it's absolutely okay because I tried 2 times. I can also try one more time, 3 times with the lowest leverage. So I'm not trading like 5, 6, 7 times, and I'm not doing the over leverage where I know that it's gonna be seek and destroy mode. At the beginning I clearly told that. So here whatever you're saying or seeing, look at this setup. This is the setup. Can you trade this like this way? Do that. I can't do that. If you can, do it. This is the setup. If it doesn't work, then I will say okay, this setup didn't work. Here, this is the whole setup. Market has cleared the liquidity, market structure shift, fair value gap. This is the liquidity taken, stop loss on 1 tick or 2 tick of this stop loss here. If it failed, then this is the setup that has been failed. First of all, I knew this is gonna be a seek and destroy. At the beginning, what did I say? At first, my first sentence, please watch that part, okay? What was my first sentence? You know that this is gonna be beautiful, so beautiful price action. So if you do over leverage because you are expecting so beautiful price action like this so beautiful price action. Now if you do like 10 mini contract entry, it's your fault, brother. You know that this is gonna be a bad price action. So what do you have to do? You have to do the lowest leverage. Three micro contract is gonna be like $100, $100, $200 loss. Maybe you have taken three entries, three micro contract, $300 loss. Perfect, right? I'm not interested about the yes, brother. First of all, like I think you are talking about here somewhere around this area. It has been taken already, right? Okay, it's going to be taken, I guess. See this three line, if it take that high, it will reach any of these three line, more importantly this line or that line, then it will reverse again, I believe so. Okay, I don't know what is going to happen. I clearly told that I don't know what is going to happen. All I know, this is going to be a tough session. So if you'd love to trade here, you have to make sure that you are in low leverage, not high leverage. So if usually you take one mini contract, here you have to take two micro contract, three micro contract, because it's going to be tough session, brother. That is your money management. If you know that prematurely beforehand it's gonna be a tough session, why you will do the over leverage? So even if it doesn't work, I tried this 22 IT model. Still, I am believing this 22 IT model until this high is not going to be taken. I'm more interested to see it will keep falling. Now, even if I am expecting this fall from this 22 IT model, but I know that this is gonna be a seek and destroy mode, maybe a consolidation mode, or maybe up and down mode. Okay, so why I will do the over leverage, brother? That's your money management. You can't trade always the same contract size. You can't do that. When it is high probability, you will go with your maximum contract size. When it is low probability, you will go with your lowest contract size. That's the way you should trade, right? But let's see. I don't think so. This morning session is gonna be beautiful. Now you can say, brother, it was a bullish market, so I'm more interested to take the buy. If you do that, you'll get stopped out, and then I don't know. This is not good. That's all. Okay. 958 potential bearish order block. 958. This one. Why is that? Can you please tell me why is that? Brother, the SMT things, I'm not interested about it because this is a new week and here market didn't decide yet who is stronger. Until this high is not taken, every single time it will close below this gap. That is my potential selling opportunity until this line is not taken. Come on. Today I will sleep. I think Sresh, you are late, brother. At the beginning, please go at the first of this stream. For example, this was the 22 IT model. This is the way it has failed. That means I took my entry here. I got stopped out here with 35 handle. That is my trade. It's done. It didn't work. Now it came to this, what is I mean, the minus 1.5 standard deviation potential area to look for the bearishness. Let's see if it can reverse now or if it keep going higher. I don't think so. This is the bearish. I mean, minus 1.5. Let me check. Hey Jinshit, how are you, brother? I think I have to wait for the PM session to mitigate my loss. Don't over leverage here. In this market, don't over leverage, brother. I told you that my job is to earn you, so I tried to earn you guys. that it's gonna be a difficult pricing. Now you are seeing a bullish market. I don't think so. It's a bullish market. If you wait for that opportunity, uh, plate, see this hourly bullish gap. When I have done my analysis, I told that when the market will close below this hourly bearish gap, when it will close below this line from the hourly chart, then you can start to look for sell until this gap or for this new week opening gap. That is a potential selling opportunity or the confirmation after closing below this hourly bearish gap or the bullish gap. So nobody has closed below this area, and it just keep going higher by respecting that constant crossment. You have any other way? I mean, you have one more opportunity to look for that, and that is after the open, which is 9:30. After the open, where is that? Where is that open? 9:30. Yeah, here. After that open, you have to look for a bearish fair value gap from 15-minute chart. So it will make some kind of a bearish fair value gap. For example, here it has built a bearish gap. Okay, here. Then it will trade this bearish gap closed below the swing low. That means first it went higher, right? It come here, then retrace, make a bearish gap around this area, trade that bearish gap, and whatever swing low it has left over there, it has closed below this low. It's a confirmation that this market is going to fall. So this is the two opportunities you can look for the reversal for longer term from your higher time frame. Best is to wait for the 15-minute bearish parallel gap, especially when you are inside a price action. But when you are at the all-time high, this most of the time it doesn't work, because around the all-time high you should keep looking for the buy. By the way, guys, how was the price action around the PM session on Friday? The whole day, how was the price action? And I told you that is it's gonna be a very bad price action. The reversal can happen around the PM session or around the lunch hour. Sorry, not the PM session. Around the lunch hour. If it doesn't do that around the lunch hour, if the fall doesn't happen around the lunch hour, then wait for the reversal around the PM session, and you will get that reversal around the PM session. So actually, the whole day this market has provided one opportunity around here, just one opportunity. This was the setup the whole day. That was the only setup. Market structure shift, fair value gap, market fall. That was the only opportunity on Friday to look for the sell, because the fall didn't happen by the lunch hour. Lunch hour market didn't fall. It keep going higher, keep going higher. So around the PM session, that was the only opportunity where I have seen that it fall around this on Friday. It's in deep premium. How can we frame a buy setup, brother? I don't think so it's a good idea to frame a buy setup. Thank you, Tamimi, for reminding us. Apex has 80% discount, 1 day to pass, and lifetime fees is going to be $85. Use code T2T to get that offer. Agree, but if I want to, then how? It's so difficult, brother, to say like how. I mean, how? To be honest, how? I think this liquidity taken and there is a gap, market will tap to this gap, then it will go higher. It is possible, maybe. Because it's in deep premium, I can't think about the buy around this area. I can't think about that. Okay, so no logic is going to help me to frame a buy setup around this area. Now, if you say how, I have no word, brother, to be honest. But if it was not all-time high, there was some kind of relatively equal highs here, maybe I could go for that buy. Or maybe there is a clear manipulation, not this type of manipulation, a bit more fall, then we could frame a buy setup. Buying could be possible from that area. But here it is in deep premium. Now anytime this market can reverse. So in that type of situation, I should not think about the buy. Hey Amazon, how are you, brother? By the way, guys, is there any background noise? Of my room is just beside the road, and on the road there is a lot of cars going. I just need to make sure that there is no background noise. If there is any background noise, then I will use the noise reduction. I hope that you will not hear any kind of background noise. No background noise. That's cool. Phoenix, this is the market for you, brother. I have talked about this in my members only live where I showed you if you expect this type of price action beforehand, then you have to trade this in a very easy way. This is a really very easy to trade this market and to make profit from that market from that way. We have already talked about that. No, you have to mark the first presented fabrica from 1 minute chart, brother. Absolutely, brother. That was the theme point is today I started my life like this statement. Today's morning session is gonna be a very tough session. I'm not expecting some kind of good price action here. It can be so beautiful, but I'm not expecting that. It's most probably gonna be seek and destroy mode, and the PM session is gonna be a bit beautiful price action. So if you would love to trade this morning session, you can try it, but make sure that you are in low leverage. I'm not expecting a good price action, though I have taken two losses already, but it was with three micro contract only. So no need to worry about. I'm not worrying about that. It's over $195 loss. I believe that I'll mitigate them easily around the PM session. I'm not interested to look for any kind of buy. I'm more interested to think about a fall. Always extra careful on Monday. 1001 is a water block. 1001 is a water block. This one, I'm looking for a buy setup. Brother, order block means change in state of delivery. Okay, so if you're thinking this 1001 candle, which is your bullish order block, I feel like that way. It's your bullish order block. Can you please tell me that how you are going to use this change in state of delivery? Sorry, it's a bearish order block. Uh, I prefer that candle, that 10, what to say, 1003 candle. But look, after 1003 candle, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, almost 6 candle spent time over here. Order block is something like it has built one or two candle, bullish candle, then immediately reversed, closed below this candle, didn't waste the time, didn't engineered the liquidity. So you can see after that candle appeared, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 candle was kind of consolidating around here. So this type of consolidation doesn't, I don't feel good to mark it as my order block. If I see this type of consolidation after making some kind of order block, otherwise I could use this candle as my order block to take the sell as it is at the all-time high. So one candle has been built as a bullish order block. The very next one or two candle, three candle has validated this candle as an order block. That is a great opportunity for me to look for the order block. Otherwise, I don't like to mark them as my order block. And of course, I'm not interested to look for any kind of sell around here without any kind of, kind of higher time frame PTR. So here I had the opportunity to look for the sell because the market was below this bullish fair value gap where I was predicting it as a inverse gap, this hourly gap. But around this area, I don't see anything good around this area to use as a reversal. Even if it started to fall over here, I'll let this go. I'll wait for this candle to come back again below this constant encroachment of that bullish gap. Matthew, you're late. The thing you were saying me, or some of you just joined later and you were saying that, brother, my request, just open this stream at the beginning, at the first word. What did I say? Please listen that, okay? Without hello, without doing saying anything. What I told at the beginning, please listen to that. I explained that why I was expecting this. I also explained that, brother. This was expected. This is going to happen. We are pretty much confident about that. Is this a swing low for shifting market structure? No. But it is now going to fall. Take the sell. I'm not interested to take the sell over here without any kind of bearish PTR. If any of you took that sell, please let me know. Okay, we'll just outline your trade and then we'll write down book for you. Or if you take any kind of buy, I don't know. But this is a no man's land to me. I have to wait for this candle to go below this constant encroachment one more time because I don't have any other bullish fair value gap above this bullish fair value gap. So I have to depend on this bullish fair value gap. Or if it can make any bearish fair value gap from 15 minute chart, maybe I'll look for another sell from that bearish fair value gap from 15 minute chart. Until then, I'm not bearish. I'm already out, just a scalp. You told that you are going to wait until the last hour. Why did you push the button, brother? No, no. I know that you pushed the button, but you are telling that you are going to push the button around the last hour. Don't push the button here. How much trade was beautiful due to the El Clasico. Today is boring with the price action. PM session is gonna be beautiful, brother. Have an idea, put it in the notes where you put the Apex discount. That way people stop asking the same question. Okay, Marcus, that's a nice idea, brother. Oh man, come on. Like you said, risk management is equal one micro less risk. Oh man, one micro I always appreciate it. One or two micro, it's okay. 1 2 3 micro, I absolutely I'm okay with that. Like if you can make like 30 40 $50. If you lose, you will lose like 30 40 50 or maybe maximum $100. I really appreciate it, man. Yeah, that's absolutely cool. I prefer not to trade when you are expecting a bad price action. First, you have to understand why it's gonna be a bad price action. When you will find out, okay, this is the reason it can be a bad price action. Now, I don't know how many people are thinking this is a good price action. I'm seeing this is a very bad price action. Very bad price action. It's not because I took a loss or two loss. It's because it is a bad price action. Clearly a bad price action. So, however, if you can predict this is gonna be a bad session, just don't trade. Simply just don't trade. If you find something very beautiful, then you can trade. Of course, there is nothing wrong. But in my opinion, we should avoid trading. Even if you love to push the button, make sure that you are in low levels, like Slade did. Like $25 risk, $30 risk, $50 risk is okay. It's okay. Got out here. I think I'm done for the day. If you are already profitable, brother, just don't push the button before the PM session. I think I will be here until the PM session because this morning session I am not expecting something very good over here, but I will try again if it can close below this constant crossment of this hourly bullish fair value gap. Try one more sell below this area, but if it doesn't work like that way, then the PM session is going to be the beautiful session in my opinion. Otherwise you have to wait until the Wednesday is the only day for this week that is going to be so beautiful. Wednesday is the only week, only day. My bias was bearish. Even I didn't look for sell over there because why I didn't look for the sell around here. I tried to take the sell here, but I didn't try to take the sell around this area because this is a random level to me. I can't think about the reversal from a random level, even though it has stated -1 standard deviation. But at the same time, that -1 standard deviation is from 1 minute chart. So 1 minute standard deviation is absolutely like very low probability. So I can't just believe in that shit and I can trade from there. No, I can't do that. I have to wait for a higher time frame PDR around this area to frame a sell setup. So I'm waiting for either a bearish fair value gap from 15 minute chart or a body close below this concurrent crossment of that hourly bullish fair value gap. Any of them I needed to frame another sell setup. I prefer to take loss depending on the rules, depending on the price action, instead of taking a gamble. By the way, if it provide me any buying opportunity now, I'll take that buy. I'm watching that 15-minute bullish order block that is holding the market so far. So if it provide me any buying opportunity, that should be so beautiful. And I'll try to take that buy. And I'll try to close the trade as soon as possible. For selling, I need a 15-minute bearish gap or a body close below the hourly bullish fair value gap, concurrent crossment for selling. I have no bias. Whatever market will give me, I'll take it. Within a trade right now, a quiz. Are you in a trade? Who is in a trade right now? By the way, guys, when it is actually doing all of this consolidation, let's talk about the Apex a bit. Apex funding. I just went long. You are a scalper. By the way, guys, it this 80% discount is valid for 1 day, 13 hours, 31 minutes, 38 seconds. It is valid for that area. Okay. This Apex is beautiful. The reason is it only help you. Sorry, this is the only platform that will let you trade 20 accounts all together. That means you can do the copy trade. If you make $200, just $200 in 20 funded account, it's gonna be like $4,000. Now, I know that some of you are really concerned about their rules. They have a lot of rules and regulations, so it's not possible for you to trade this Apex account. Forget about all the rules. There is no rules, just one rules. Sometimes you will trade 15 mini contracts and sometimes you will trade 2 micro contracts. Don't do that. Always be strict with your contract size. Whatever contract size you love to trade. For example, usually you trade two mini contract. So always try to trade like 1 2 3 mini contract. Sometimes you will trade 2 mini contract, sometimes 1 mini contract, sometimes 3 mini contract. Just don't jump from 2 mini contract to 10 mini contract. or 2 mini contract to 5 micro contract. Don't do that. This is the only rules you have to care. You have to be careful. And the second rule is wherever you will take entry. Okay. By the way, I think that there is a buying opportunity now. Wherever you will take the entry, don't add more. For example, here you took a buy here. Okay. For example, you took a buy there around here. When this market is below your real entry, don't add more over there. Don't do that. If you would love to add more, add it above the real entry or the first entry. Do that. And always make sure that your target is at least 1:1. At least 1:1. By the way, guys, I would love to take another buy here from this area. Let me open the chart actually for me. Okay, so this is the buy I'm trying to take now. I'm just not going to push the button here, but I'll just try to take this buy to my account, take profit trader account. Okay, from there. This is the exactly my trade from there. Entry is here. That will be the partial. Well, I'm trying to take the partial here above this side, but you can hold your trade for this area. Take the partial. This is just for the loss mitigation trade. Okay, I'll take the partial actually above these highs, but you can hold it until this first partial. And let me see the my target. 25908. Okay, 25908 is my target. That is the target. You don't need to take the partial here if any of you are in this trade. As I'm in my funded account, I'm just trying to take my partial above this 15 micro contract. Then we'll hold my trade until this 908. You guys can hold your trade until this 20 handle partial. Okay, but I would love to clear the partial above here, above this line, because I'm not expecting good price action here. I don't want to take huge risk. Love to make sure that I have got my partial. Okay, at least partial. I don't want to take 3 losses altogether. Again, I'm not asking any of you to take this trade to copy my trade. I am more interested for this buy, but of course you can skip this and you can wait for the better opportunities. I'm using here for 15-minute bullish order block. You see this bullish order block here, this order block. I'm using this bullish order block as well as the 8:30 a.m. open. I'm using them as my support, and here my stop loss has covered the upper quadrant. Otherwise I would put my stop loss just one tick below here as the upper quadrant here, and I'm able to cover that upper quadrant by 20 handle. I just covered that upper quadrant. Please give me my partial, brother. I'm already in loss. This time I took just 7 micro contract. I wish that I'll be able to close at least 5 micro contract above that line. Okay, that is there we go. Just let me put my stop loss. Okay, now my stop loss is here. I'm not asking any of you to do that, but I just would love to take that small risk here until it doesn't build another gap or it doesn't trade that. uh, this is not a bullish order block, but until I would love to see some kind of support here, okay, to put my stop loss to the break even. You guys can hold your trade until that partial level, which is 20 handle, if you want. I repeat, I am in a funded account, so I can't just take more risk. This is the low hanging fruit, so I took the partial over there. I'll put my stop loss if it build a bullish fair value gap. If there is a bullish fair value gap, I'll put my stop loss to the break even. Until there is no bullish fair value gap, my stop loss is just one tick below that low. Just one tick below that low. Let me put the stop loss to the break. Now my stop loss is at the break even. If it is stopping me out, I'll just got stopped out to the break even by two micro contract. So my loss was $195. I have already covered $150. I mean not 150, after the commission it's $147. I just need to see if I can hit the target. Then I'll be in a big profit. Okay. Again, I repeat, I took the partial here. You can take the partial around this area. You can hold it. If it provide you, you're lucky. Okay. I just didn't want to take the risk over here. That's all, brother. Because I have already two losses around this area. I couldn't hold the trade until 20 handle. It's my money management. You can do your own management. Okay, either way, if you would love to take the entire, I mean partial around 20 handle, you already got that, so I have, you're safe. See this -2 standard deviation, my target is just below this -2 standard deviation. I'm not holding it -2.5 until here because I'm predicting it will reverse from -1.5 standard deviation. So when it will come to this -1.5 standard deviation, I will trail my stop loss actually. But I'm not asking any of you to do that. It has a possibility to reverse from this -1.5 standard deviation. I'm just trying to catch a bit risk over here so that we can hit my target. That's all, brother. If I close my trade right now, I will have just $8 loss. See? Nice trade, Tito. I love it. I had to mitigate my loss, brother. Otherwise, I wouldn't frame this trade. But that two losses here was like so pathetic. I'm just trying to mitigate my losses, and if it hit my target until here, it's 49. No, I'm not interested to take that risk. Keep it here. If when the first time it will tap to this one -1.5 standard deviation, I'll start to trail my stop loss because it can stop the market, send the market lower. I'm not interested to take that risk right now. I'm more interested to see -1 standard deviation will work as a support. This will work as a support. This -1 will work as a support. It will reach until -1.5 at least. 875 is target. 875 is target now. Short bounce and then 898, etc. Have to mitigate loss. Isn't it a good reason to take trade rather? Of course, man. It's a good reason to take a trade. I agree with you, brother. But it is too risky. But as I have seen that this order block, 50-minute order block is holding the market, it was a great sign for me to take that entry. As well as this was a random level to me. So I was pretty much thinking about those highs will be taken and then -1.5, -2.5. Any of them will be traded. Hey, Jinchi, thank you for that boom, brother. Did you take that trade? Stop loss is at the break even. Hey, Moni, thank you for that boom, brother. I would love to see -1 standard deviation will work as a support and send the market higher at least until -1.5 standard deviation. And depending on the candle close, I'll decide to hold the trade or to close the trade. Okay. So far, -1 standard deviation is working so beautifully as a support. I'm really happy to see that. Would love to see if it can reach at least until -1.5. If the body close, I'll hold the trade. If the body doesn't close above this line, I'll close the trade. You are on. Okay, that's cool, brother. I hope that you have taken the partial, brother. Please take the partial. I changed my mind about 875 short target. I think 867 because there is a parabolic plus 1 minute candle. Also, price is going too slowly or no momentum. I don't like that. I think exit will profits good. Mm, of course, brother. I'm not interested to close the trade until I'm not seeing the -1 standard deviation is going to be violated. If it is violated, then I'll think about trailing stop loss. So until it is not violated, I'm not interested to close my trade. I would love to hold this trade to the break even. If it is broken, then I'll trail my stop loss. Not going to close it. I'm going to trail the stop loss. And I'll put it one tick below the 50% of this gap. Below this gap. If I see this -1 standard deviation is broken. Do you draw the first parabolic based on 1 minute or 50 minute? Brother, from 1 minute chart. The first presented gap is from 1 minute chart. I didn't mark it, I just marked the quadrant level. This is the quadrant level. 1, 2, 3 quadrant level of the first presented gap. So Slate, I'm just thinking about -1 standard deviation, how long it will hold the market. The more it will hold the market, I'm more confident to hold this trade until -2.5 standard deviation, but at least until -1.5 standard deviation. Now until -1.5 standard deviation, it is not bad, okay, 33 handle. But I would love to hold it until 908 to see if it can hold it. If it break this -1, then I will use this gap constant crossment to think about my bullishness until the standard deviation level. Brother, how do you know that which one is stronger? Yes or NQ? Who is stronger? How do you know that? I don't know which one is the stronger. So I can't look for the SMT today. Ishfaq, I think you are late, brother. But SMT is not valid because today I don't know which one is strongest, sister. Come on, man. Please go until -1.5. At least go over there so that I can cover some profit. I have just two micro contracts, so I'm not worrying about to get stopped out to the break even. I just took five micro contract around 15 handle. I think I'm set. If I just got stopped out to the break even right now, for example, then I will have just $40, 40 not $40 actually, near about uh 47 and 95. How much? 45, 45, 40, yeah, $47. I will have like $47 loss, and so I'm okay with that. This is the weird price action ever. Just look how it is consolidating around the same area. Why, man? Why? Go to Papa. Okay, he's calling you. 25894.50. It's calling you. Go over there. Listen to your Papa. Faster, 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 faster. My stop loss is still at the break even. I'm not interested to move my stop loss until it doesn't touch to minus 1.5 standard deviation. And as I told you, minus 1 standard deviation, I want it to work as a support. So far it is working as a support, right? So I'm happy to hold this trade, not to close this trade. It is spending more time actually, but still it is respecting the PDRA. So I'm happy with that. I don't have any other PTR here to mark so that I can trail my stop loss. If there is a bullish gap, I could trail my stop loss. As I don't have that, I'm not able to trail my stop loss. But if you want to close the trade, you can close the trade right now. It's kind of how many handles? 28 handle, 27 handle, 3 tick, 28 handle, something like that. It's good, right? Have to give the time the market to breathe a bit. 15-minute candle open, fall a bit. That is manipulation. I am expecting the expansion now. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. For the first time it will touch this line. I'll trail my stop loss. I'll show you where I'm going to put my stop loss. I'm happy to get a stop out over here now. Just give the place for the market to trade that bullish gap and just cover a bit profit. If it doesn't give me that huge profit, I'm okay with that. Got a stop out already, by the way. Moved my stop loss here. Got a stop out already. Just below that candle and got a stop out. So It's okay. For all I just got 15 handle. Loss has been mitigated and just got a bit profit. I'm happy with that. $4 profit. Yeah, just $4 profit, brother. I think I was a bit early because I had to let this run to trade this gap. I think so. I think I was a bit earlier. I should have waited for this fall to this gap and then should have trailed the stop loss. I'm feeling bad now. Okay. Okay. This is what it is. Sometimes when I trail my stop loss, I'm a bit early. Okay. If it is a funded account, then I always rush to trail my stop loss. Always I rush. Sometimes I regret why I do it earlier. I should have waited for that. If it reverses now from this gap 50%, which I was expecting, I'll feel a bit bad because I should have covered that 50% of this week. But after seeing this candle, when it didn't leave any fair value gap over here, I was pretty much confident that it is going to touch that line. That is why I moved to my trailing. I mean, trailed my stop loss from here to here, just below that candle. Now, according to the logic, I should just cover the 50% of this gap because it should hold the market, send it higher. If it doesn't fall, now I think I have done the good job. Did I get stopped out? Not yet. Yeah, I think now now I'm happy because I trailed the stop loss. Now I'm happy. So it's kind of a very bad situation for me when I trailed my stop loss a bit earlier and then got stopped out and then market to react from there, hit the target. I feel bad because sometimes, but still I can't remove that idea from my mind that to trail the stop loss to cover more profit. The reason is most of the time it saved me. Like here, it saved me. Okay, by anyhow, if my stop loss was here, I would lose more money. From here to here, I would lose more money. Now I'm happy. Wow, I did a good job. Yes, sir, my range is from body to body. If I find another buying opportunity, I'll take that buy as well. Not my funded account. I repeat, not my funded account. I'll just do the paper trade because I'm happy with my loss mitigation with $4 profit only. I'm okay with that. I don't wanna put the money here again one more time in this shit price action. This is absolutely shit. If the body to body is violated, then I use week to week, brother. Until it is working with body to body, I'm happy with that. No sell is valid to me until there is a 15-minute bearish gap or this market is going to close below the 50% of that bullish hourly fair value gap. No sell is valid to me. I'm not interested to take any kind of sell. Instead of that, I'll try to keep looking for buying opportunity until the standard deviation level. Minus 1.5 at least. If it go more than that, then I'll look for minus 2.5 standard deviation. You're most welcome, brother. If any of you would love to take the sell, please go for that. Remember, this is a tough market to trade. Overall, I'm not bullish. I'm of course bearish, but I can't frame the sell setup just because I don't have any high time frame PDR around this area. Nothing. So I need a high time frame PDR first to frame the sell setup. Otherwise, I'm not bullish. I'm extremely bearish because it can't keep going higher. It should not do that. But if I would love to frame the trade, I have to frame the buy only right now in this situation. I can't think about sell. I have to wait for the selling. I mean, what is I mean selling signature, kind of a 15-minute bearish fair value gap or hourly bullish fair value gap has to be violated. Okay, so here is the order block. I'm not taking this trade to my funded account, so I'm just going to frame it. If you would love to take it, you can take it. I don't have any problem. If the body close above this line, this is gonna be my order block. That will be the trade. First, the body has to close above this line, and target is going to be the same minus 1.5 standard deviation. If it doesn't provide me the entry, I'm not going to chase the market. Simple. I'll go for the paper trade. I'm not taking this trade to my funded account. This is called change in state of delivery. So here in this gap, there was no down close body close candle. Okay, this was not the water block. If you remember, I told that okay, it's not the water block. I just need some kind of bullishness over here to hold the trade for so longer. So it was not the bullish water block as it didn't trade this bullish fair value gap. Then finally market came back again before finishing its job here, trading the minus 1.5 standard deviation. Come back again here to trade this bullish fair value gap, the lowest down close body close candle. I'm trying to use it as my water block. We'll have to see if it can hold the trade the price and send it higher again for the minus 1.5 standard deviation. I didn't take this trade to my funded account. So if you'd love to take that trade in your funded or challenge account, make sure you're not over leveraging. This market is so tough to trade. It's not a good market to trade. There's more probability you will lose money. So please don't lose the money. If you'd love to lose the money, make sure that your leverage is smaller. I mean, like 2 microcontrollers, 3 microcontrollers, something like that, until you don't find something very good or something very more precise. And don't put your stop loss too long. Even if you are in this trade, don't put your stop loss too long. As I'm framing the trade from the order block, my stop loss should be below the order block. If it doesn't work, then that means it will keep falling. And in that type of situation, I don't need to hold the trade for so long. To get stopped out with 10 handle with 3 micro contract, 2 micro contract, should be happy with that. Like 10 micro contract, sorry, 3 micro contract is $60, something like that. Overall, this is the hardest market ever, so wait for the PM session. Please do that, okay? Otherwise, if you can mitigate your loss by 1 or 2 times, be happy. If you get 1 or 2 losses, stop over there. Don't overtrade over here. Please don't do that. Wait for the PM session at least. It's like a bearish market. No, we don't have the bearish order block. We don't have anything from the 50-minute chart for the bearishness. Here, if you look for the bearishness, you have nothing around this area. Nothing. Simply nothing. If you would love to frame the sell, first you have to wait for some kind of bearish gap, or this market has to reach until a certain level. For example, you want to look for something from the 50-minute chart, your higher time frame, then mark the low and high of this area to look for the standard deviation. When this market will reach until this standard deviation from your 15-minute chart, you can start to think about the selling opportunity from the standard deviation. Otherwise, you have to wait for a bearish parabolic gap from the 50-minute chart, or you have to wait for a body close below this hourly bullish parabolic gap. Anything you need. This is not a level you can think about the sell. Around here, you could think about that because that was the look over there, that area. If I go here to here, around this area, now it's actually a lot of lines over here, but just don't get confused, okay? Look around this area. See this minus 1.5 standard deviation from 15-minute chart. Look over here. This is the lowest quadrant level. So here from body to body. Trade here. This is minus 1.5 standard deviation. Not even a single body has closed minus 1.5 standard deviation. Respected from there, market has fallen. Just look at this. It's not something like very random or something. No, something like that. No. So I was thinking about the sell because it was traded at standard deviation level from 15-minute chart. When that has been broken, I'm not interested to look for any kind of sell until it reach to the next level. Now when it will reach to the next level, maybe it will be able to go for the sell again. From the 15-minute chart, as it has built after this lower low, it has built another lower low. So I have to look for the same thing. Let me remove this so that you can understand. Yeah, I have to look for the same thing here. Body to body. You can see body has closed above this minus 1.5 standard deviation. it is minus 2.5 standard deviation. Until this market is not reaching over here, I'm not interested to think any kind of fall, nothing. If it can make a bearish gap, that is different case of scenario. Otherwise, until it is not reaching minus 2.5 at least, I'm not interested to look for any kind of selling opportunity. No sell is valid to me. Is that clear, brother? It's a difficult market, it's a tough market. Don't force the market to trade here. Instead, wait for the better opportunity, better days. It's a tough market. You have to predict it's gonna be a beautiful market or tough market beforehand, before even this market open. It can be beautiful, there is nothing wrong, but if you are expecting this is gonna be a tough market, don't try to trade in that market. Don't enter into that market. Even if you enter, try to take some profit and then stay out from the market. If you take some losses, then either stop, or if you find something very good, then maybe you can think about mitigation, about loss mitigation. Whenever you will mitigate your loss, don't touch this market. This is called money management, risk management. So nothing is going to make you profitable if you don't know how to manage your risk, how to manage your money. Money management will build you more stronger. So one day you know this is gonna be difficult, this is gonna be a tough market. Why you should keep trading? Is there any logic that can help you to keep trading? After taking two losses, I I cover my partial to the low hanging fruit. I even didn't wait for the 20 handle partial. I just wait 15 handle 3 tick partial. Took my entry here, took my partial just above this line, even after getting two losses. Why? Because I have already two losses. I don't need more profit over here. If I can clear most of my partial over here, then one or two contract, I'll let them go. If it hit my target, perfect. If it doesn't, I'm okay. By trailing stop loss, wherever I'll get a stop loss, I'm happy. Fortunately, I just mitigated all of my losses. If I wouldn't be able to mitigate my losses, I would never touch this market again. So maybe I would stop like after 40, 50 and dollar losses. I will let them stay open until tomorrow, or maybe to the PM session. Whenever this market is around the all-time high, I showed you like how to look for the standard deviation level. Just look for that standard deviation level. Use the same concepts from the daily chart to 15-minute chart to think about a short-term reversal, short-term bearishness. Just think about that from your 15-minute chart. Very calculative. This is the market. It is called seek and destroy. This is called seek and destroy. Just look over here, market open, make a higher high, lower low, short term high, short term low, intermediate term high, or long term high, long term low, intermediate term high, intermediate term low. Take intermediate term high, took intermediate term low, took long term high, made at the same time some intermediate term low, took them, short term low will be keep taking. It's clearing the highs, then it will look for that long term low here. But before taking this long term low, it will clear the intermediate term low, intermediate term high, intermediate term low, intermediate term high will be left. That means liquidity is going to be left. Then it will fall for this long term low. This is how this, what is I mean, this seek and destroy works. Not as a pattern, but something like high, low, high, low. They're all going to be clear. That means if you are in a trade, depending on any concept, 22, I mean ICT concepts, support resistance concept, whatever concept you use, you'll get stopped out. I want to see it will come here to this order block first clearing this high. Before clearing this high, I want to see it will come back again to this order block. It's an unfinished business. If it is a long term bearishness, if it wants to do the long term bearishness, it has to finish the job here first. The job will be finished, then it will reach higher, then it will fall again. So I don't need to worry about any kind of bullish period later. Is this a good market? Is this a easy market, guys? If I ask you this simple question, can you please reply me? Is this a good market or is this a tough market? What do you say? I mean, what do you think so far? Don't look at that bullish run, don't look at that bearish run. Look for the PDRS, how the PDRS has been respected. For example, here the PDRS is not respecting, okay? It's not respecting anything. It's just going higher or lower, higher and lower. So depending on that PDRS respect, decide your comment. Is this a good market or is this a bad market? Thank you, some of you think that it's a terrible market. Didn't I explain why it's gonna be a tough market at the beginning? It could be a good market, there is nothing wrong. But if you see this type of scenario where the market open up, I mean gap up, too much gap up, then you should expect that it's gonna be difficult for the people to trade this market. Absolutely chop. So Apex has this thing. I think my point is clear for this Apex. I would love to talk about a bit about the take profit trader. Now, you don't wanna use my code. I'm absolutely okay. To the top of this, you can see T2 Wizard is the T2 Wizard is the code for take profit trader. If you don't wanna use it, I'm absolutely okay. But if you want to make some money, that should be your first choice. Take profit trader. It should be your first choice. The reason is the payout is going to be immediately. I mean, there is no waiting, just no waiting. Take profit trader, first the challenge accounts. For the challenge account, you need to stay 5 days. Okay, there is some kind of the consistency rules. I think it's 50% consistency rules. That means you can't make more than 50% of your profit target, whatever profit target. Like for 50K account, the profit target is gonna be $3,000. So you can't make more than $1,500 by a single day. Maximum 6 contract or 60 micro contract. Daily loss limit removed. There is no loss limit, nothing. End of the day drawdown. Maximum drawdown is $2,000. Okay. Now, when you are in the funded account, it's not 170. If you use the code T2 wizard, it will be $102, I guess, if I'm not wrong. it's gonna be $102. Yeah, it should be $102. Whenever you will pass the account, okay, that means you have now funded account. There is not even a single rules, no rules, nothing. Just don't hit your maximum drawdown. That's all. If you can make the money after the buffer, okay, so your buffer is $2,000. After $2,000, whatever you will make by your first day, maybe you have made $2,400. Today I got the funded account. I took an entry for the sake of this conversation, maybe 6 contract entry. I pushed the button and I got $2,400. Immediately request that $400. Come back tomorrow. Maybe tomorrow you have made $1,500. Immediately request that money, $1,500. So whatever is going to be above this $2,000, every day you will request your payout every day, and they will give you immediately. The money will be back to your account. There is no consistency rules. There is no scaling rules. There is no 5 days waiting. There is nothing. Just nothing. One rules: don't hit your $2,000. It's the trailing drawdown when you are in the funded account until $2,000. After $2,000, there is no trailing drawdown. It's gonna be the end of the day drawdown. I prefer this take profit trader rather than any other firm just because of these rules, which is going to give you the daily payout. Every day you will be able to get the payout, and that's all we need. For example, today is a bad price action, so maybe we didn't trade anything. We have a 150K funded account for take profit trader. We didn't trade anything, but tomorrow we have made like $500 after the buffer, of course, after the buffer. So you have already built $2,000 on your account. Then in a good day, in a week, maybe you just trade 3 days where it is the high probability. Every week, 3 days is always high probability. 2 days is bad. So for example, this week, today is the bad price action. Tomorrow we have to decide after seeing the price action, or if it is gonna be beautiful around this AM session tomorrow. Maybe you have traded around the tomorrow. Okay, by the way, it has traded the minus 2.5 standard deviation from 15 minute chart. Let's see if it can provide us any selling opportunity or not right now. Okay, so now it is it's an logical level to think about up falling from this area. We'll see if it do that, perfect. If it doesn't do that, we'll hold the trade. I mean, sorry, we'll hold the market until the PM session to see if it is a good price action or not. That is why I'm saying that, like, no rules, nothing. This is the freedom. We need the freedom. Every other platform will bind you into their into their rules. Okay, you can't make more than $700, maybe $1,250. You can't make them by one day. You have to trade 5 days. You can't take more than one contract entry, something like that. Everyone has the rules, but this guy, this take profit trader, they don't have any kind of rules, nothing in the funded account. In the challenge account, you have some rules. You have to trade 5 days with the 50% consistency. Okay, and then yeah, you can see here minimum days until first withdrawal, 0 days. You don't need to wait, not even a single day. Withdrawal process immediate. Okay, just immediately they will give you that. Okay, contract limit, text versus pro account, no limit. There is no limit. You don't need to think about the contract size. Pro account resets up to 3 reset. You can reset 3 times. Fees for pro account, it's not the fee. Okay, if you use the code T2 wizard, you don't need to pay any activation fees, no activation fees. So all you have to pay $102. If you can pass them for 50K account, okay, 40% discount. So you can minus 40% from 170. You can do that. For all other account, you can do that actually, minus 40%. When you will get that, I refer you guys this one, this take profit trader, because they will build a habit to get the payout. To get the payout, whenever you will get the payout one time, just one time, it's gonna be an addiction to you. Trust me, and that addiction is very important, very important. Yeah, Jian. I mean, take profit trader has no activation fees, nothing. If you Just pay the challenge fee. You're done. No other fees. So guys, before choosing your prop firm, try to find out the best prop firm which was is actually helping you to get the profit. Okay, immediately you need the immediate profit. In my opinion, take profit trader is the best in that case of scenario. If you want, you can try this take profit trader for yourself. Okay, you can see that this market came exactly to this line, which is minus 2.5 standard deviation. Not a random line to me, to be honest. This is a good line. Okay, from 15-minute chart, it's minus 2.5 standard deviation came here. I'm expecting some kind of reversal from this minus 2.5 standard deviation. So let's see if it can fall until this unfinished business, which is a water block. Market didn't trade this water block right here. It has built the water block and then it just keep going higher. It didn't trade this water block. Let's see if it can trade the water block over here or not. I'm not taking this trade to my funded account, nothing. This is a tough market. I'm not interested to risk my own money here in this tough market. I'm just not interested to do that. If any of you took this trade, make sure that you are not over leveraged. That means you are not taking like 50 contract entry, 60 contract entry. Don't do that. Okay, so try to make sure that your contract size is very small, like maybe 2 micro contract, 3 micro contract. Then you guys can try this. As I have just mitigated my loss with $4 profit, I'm happy with that. I'll try to look for the trade around the PM session or around the around tomorrow. Okay. Here the logic is market has came to the minus 2.5 standard deviation. This is the highest up close body close candle, which is my order block. It doesn't need to trade this line as it is the highest up close body close candle. I can use this candle as my order block and would love to look for the unfinished business, which is this order block. Market didn't trade this order block. At the same time, this is the last fair value gap. So that is specific like this is the last fair value gap. So we'll try to hold the trade until this last fair value gap. Market came to this minus 1.5 standard deviation, respecting that minus 1.5 standard deviation so beautifully. I don't want to see this respect from this minus 1.5 standard deviation. Would love to see it will be violated and then this market will keep falling. Stop loss just to tick above the order block. It's kind of 8 handle, something like that. Just to tick above that order block. Hey Jamie, thank you so much, brother. Thank you so much, brother. I prefer take profit trader rather than anything else. Except if FX has 80-90% discount, then you should choose the FX in that moment, because FX will let you trade 20 funded account, and that is awesome. But if you look for the rules, then take profit trader is number one. Until now, no activation fees, nothing, simply nothing. Pass it, make the money. No, they're not police, Mahdi. Don't worry about that. They're not the police. Those are the ambulance was going from the road actually. I didn't do anything wrong. No, like, আচ্ছা না, it didn't work. That fall was so beautiful, and still it didn't even clear that low. Instead of that, use this minus 1.5 standard deviation, go back higher again, come back again around this area. Wait for the PM session. I believe around the PM session you will see a better price action rather than this price action. It is gonna be a bit beautiful price action. Overall, this is the price action for today, where you should expect the bad price action, and you got the bad price action in my opinion. Around the PM session there can be some beautiful price action, maybe, I'm not sure. Otherwise you have to wait for Wednesday to have the beautiful price action. Until Wednesday, until then, don't overtrade, don't take huge risk. If you'd love to test this market, do it with your paper money. Don't involve your real money, don't involve your challenge money, don't involve your funded account. Don't do that. Like, don't do like Slate. Okay, he's a pro trader, he has 15 years experience. So you can't compare himself, or I can't compare myself with Slade. You can see Phoenix, the name, actually his name is Phoenix Trading Labs here. Don't try like him, you will regret. Okay, if it is a bad price action, try with your paper money as long as you want, there is nothing wrong with that. But don't involve your real money. It's bad. Let it do whatever it wants to do. Those people who are thinking that, okay, this is he's framing the trade and nothing is working, please watch at the beginning what I say. Just open my live streaming today. Listen, what did I say over there, even before the greetings. So, however, I don't think so. This is a good price action overall. This is a really shit price action, and I believe that it's gonna be a bit beautiful around the PM session. Otherwise, you have to wait until Wednesday, 7 a.m. New York local time. Otherwise, I have no idea how to trade this until it doesn't leave the signature where it wants to go. When it will leave the signature, maybe I will be able to trade this market. Otherwise, it's not possible. If you have the experience, then you can touch this market. Otherwise, don't touch this market. Without experience, don't touch this market. Don't lose your money. Good days are coming. The best days are coming in front of you. Just one day is bad, let it go. I think smoking during the trading is forbidden in Portugal. I agree with you. Okay, Mahdi. Okay, they are not the police. Okay, I'm safe. Thank you, brother, for thinking about me. I agree with T2. Thank you, Phoenix Trading, brother. Don't touch this market. It's not going to work the way you are thinking it should work. Is there anyone who have any question? I would love to close the stream actually. This is just wasting of the time in front of the chart. Instead of that, go outside, enjoy the sun, enjoy the wind, enjoy the water. But don't spend your time in front of this shit. Come on, man. What is that? It. this was much more beautiful. The Sunday price action, this Sunday price action was 1,000 times better than this price action. Thinking that to trade that Sunday price, Sunday market, by the way. Okay, anybody has any question? Otherwise, I'll close the stream. I don't think so. Anybody has any question? So, see you guys. I think see you tomorrow. I thought that I will stay here until the PM session, but if I stay here in front of my chart, then I know that I will push the button, and I don't want to push the button again. I have just 2 fund attack, and I don't want to lose them. So I would let this market to go. Have a good day, brother. Hopefully, we'll have a better price action tomorrow. So, Zivan, how many trade did you take, and is your green or red or gray? What is your situation? What is your question, Ishfaq? Can you please tell me before closing? And at the meantime, please let me know, Suzivan. I love you, bro. I love you too, Aziz. If it is bad, let it be bad. Don't touch it. By the way, minus 2.5 standard deviation is also broken. Can I hold long now? Man, what I'm saying, you didn't listen to me. I am saying that this is the bad market. Okay, when it is reversing, when it will, or it is keep going higher, I don't know that. Look from this weekly chart, daily chart. Look what happened here. This candle is a bull candle, closed here, gap up, closed here. Now look at that gap, open, just going higher. When it is going to reverse, I have no idea. I am overall bullish until this line, but I can't think about the buy without any kind of manipulation, because it's everyone is chasing this market. Every single person is chasing this market. Everyone is taking the buy here. Even I did the buy here, right? I also did the buy because this is a mental problem, our mental problem. I took the buy from this gap, or I was looking for the buying opportunity from that area. This market is like forcing us to believe that I'm bullish. I'm extremely bullish. I'm going to the moon. That's the problem. I don't want to be to fall into that trap that this is keep going higher. No, I know that it will start to fall. How long it will fall, how far it will fall, and then it will reverse. I have no idea. But I don't wanna chase the market. It's called chasing the market. Think about that. You took a buy here. What is that area? Then deep premium, right? This is the highest market. You are buying when the price is like highest price. You are buying them that time. Who buy here? Who is buying here? Who is selling the market here to give you the buying opportunity? Those people who wants to build more money. You will buy, they will fall. I don't know. They're just waiting for the order. Okay, so don't hold the trade. If you are in a trade, try to make sure uh, to take partial somewhere and then close your trade as long as, I mean, as soon as possible. It is my advice, brother. Even I didn't take any trade today. One quick scalp for $50. That's all. I did actually. Unfortunately, I was mentally prepared not to push the button. But as you know, like when I'm in live, I feel like okay, I'm doing or I'm showing all of these things. So I should go for the trade. So I did two bad decision with three micro contract, and finally just mitigated by 7 micro contract. My maximum is 7 micro contract, by the way. So yeah. Okay, thank you guys for being over here. I think PM session is gonna be beautiful. Otherwise, wait for the Wednesday, not tomorrow. Tomorrow is gonna be the same thing. If today's PM session is not beautiful, if today's PM session market is not going to fall, then tomorrow is gonna be the same price action, shit price action again, and you will get the better price action on Wednesday because we have the FOMC. Otherwise, if the PM session is a bearishness, market at least clear this low, that is the today's low here, around here. If it can close that low, I mean take that low, and then the whole day market is bearish around the PM session, tomorrow is gonna be a beautiful day, a very beautiful day to trade. If it doesn't do that, tomorrow is gonna be the same kind of shit price action, and I have to wait for the Wednesday. See this trend line? Market is tapping to this trend, tapping to this trend, tapping to this trend, tapping to this trend. Market is going higher. Trend line liquidity. This is that low of that trend line here. So I want them all to get stopped out. All of these people are taking buys from this trend line. Look at this. How beautiful. The classical trend line. So please don't force the market. Don't overtrade. Don't risk all of your money in these bad days. Good days are coming. Wait for the good days. You will be grateful by your own trading. And in this type of situation, you will always think that, oh man, I don't know how to trade. Shit, this is not trading. This is gambling. I don't know. Nobody knows. This is all a scam. You'll feel like that way. I actually feel like that way when I force the market in this type of days, and I feel like I'm not I'm not built for the trading. Everyone is making money and I'm losing money. That's not the problem of the market. That's the problem of ourselves, because we know that it's gonna be a bad price action. Still we are forcing the market to give us more setups. I need more, but market is not willing to give you more setups, right? So they will just break you into pieces, and then you will give up, you will blow your mind, I mean account, and tomorrow you will invest again, you'll lose more money. Don't do that. Instead of that, let this market to do anything whatever it wants to do, and take your decision wisely when it is a high probability or high probable trading opportunity. And of course you will know that when it is high probability or high probable trading opportunity over here. Thank you so much guys for being over here, and see you tomorrow. I am not sure about the PM session, but tomorrow inshallah. Until then,